All right, what's up, YouTube? Daniel back here for another video. So I wanted to share something that was on my mind since the morning. Basically, a reflection that will serve you, that is, dealing with any skin issues, but also to help you just in overall life. And that is the importance of thinking outwardly. This is something that has struck me now more than ever, just because the past, you could say, few days, even a few weeks, possibly even a few months, I've had this very almost selfish, inward kind of mood or phase, and it's brought on more problems. And that's just because I've kind of been just thinking really about what I want, going into the second half of the year, making sure my goals get met. And that has basically caused, like I said, this inward focus of always thinking what I'm getting out of the situation and doing things for personal gain, as opposed to what you're actually here to do is give your gifts and things that you were blessed with, if you believe in God or not, with the universe, and essentially focusing on that and making sure that the people or environment around you is being benefited as opposed to you, because you'll benefit as a result of other people being benefited. And that goes in hand also with your actions. So I realized when I was on my journey and I was diagnosed with psoriasis 8 years ago, the reason I made the decision to go natural was not just for me, because I would have quit a long time ago, or even just a bit into the journey. But essentially, I did it for the ability to inspire others, was mostly my family, just to be that one person that could say that they at least attempted or was going down that route. I knew it was possible. I saw it possible, but no one around me saw it possible enough. So I just made the decision to do it most like for beneficial gain, for mutual gain of the people around me. So the importance of that is huge. I think we really underestimate how much more we get done when we start to think outwardly. In times of, you could say, turmoil, or when things are going rough, the more you're able to think of yourself and put yourself in other people's shoes and how it would inspire them or help them, or whatever decision you're making, whatever you're doing, it just gives you another drive, because us as humans, we're actually not meant to just think about ourselves. We're meant to just make sure everything is foundationally well. You're breathing, you have good health, nothing's wrong. But other than that, 90% of our time, or even 80% minimum, should be spent on helping other people. We're here to serve. There's a big quote that I like that is basically saying, if you don't know how to live for others, you know how to live. And that is super true, because, like I said, there was no accident. That's why we're put here. Each one of us was given a gift and something that we were meant to give to other people. And, the whole focus of just receiving is actually going against your very nature. And maybe this video is just to remind myself of this, but it's something I feel like I can share, because I just had a big reflection on it today. And if you are in that mood where you are just thinking about how you're suffering, maybe with skin, and thinking, okay, when is this going to be over for me? Think about that decision you're going to make, when you dedicate yourself to medication, and what that's going to say to other people around you of you taking that easy route. You were given a life, by whatever you believe in, universe, God, science, and you were given that life to inspire other people with it. So whatever problems you're going through, there is a easy kind of bitch route to go, and just take the easy route, and no one really remembers you, and you don't really leave an impact. Or you can take the hard, hero route, and do the hardest thing possible that will benefit, um, not really yourself in the short run, but others in the long run, because of the inspiration you're going to give and the lessons you're going to be able to give people, and just basically be the pioneer, of the hard decision and the hard routes. And that is basically the message I want to leave with this video is, right now you're given a position, or put in a place where you can make one of those two choices: easy bitch route or hard warrior hero route. And you have to, think of that decision and think of others, when you make the decision, and then you'll be able to make a better decision. And that's super key for any area. Obviously this goes for people dealing with skin, but it just goes for overall life. Any kind of crossroads you're in, or anything that you're looking to do, you have those two voices, and you have to basically understand that whatever decision you make, whether you like it or not, does ripple across time and the universe and eternity. And you have to basically always be aligned and have that in mind. So if you're currently going through that selfish phase, you have to get out of that immediately. The best ways would be thinking. I would say what helped me was thinking, if I made the worst decision possible, how would it affect the people that I love the most, being like my close family, parents, sister, cousins, stuff like that. And that, kind of gets you more into the empathetic mood. Just good literature as well helps a lot. Things like Stoicism, Bible, um, any maybe YouTube videos, just understanding that, like I said, the main beliefs that would help you with it would be like, obviously you don't if you don't know how to live for others, you don't know how to live. Like, you're here to serve, stuff like that. And just believing in something that was given to you and having that core belief, and anything that's you're going through is done for you and not to you. And always just going back to those principles, because, if you do have repeated days, going into weeks, going into months of just thinking about yourself, it just creates so many different problems, and you just kind of go into this like ungrateful mindset, and it's just like a rut that you create just because you're in your own head, as opposed to thinking outwardly, and figuring out how you can, your actions can serve other people, and how your gifts, when you're doing your work or your business or whatever you do, dedicate yourself to, can help other people. And then that's when any benefit that you're looking for, the goal you have, or anything you're looking to receive, will come as a consequence, because everything comes as a consequence. Any material thing you want, or money, or results with your skin, it's all a consequence of you doing some kind of action for the greater community, for someone, another person directly. So, that video was basically just a spiel. I guess you could say, does apply, like I said, to the skin, and it's something that will get you to the toughest times. Like I said, if you're just doing something for yourself, especially this journey, because this is one of the hardest journeys you'll ever undertake. There's just so much faith that you have to develop in the unseen. There's just so many nights of giving up. They're going to come. Just uncertainty, fear, anxiety, stress. Like, it's so many different things. And if you're just doing it just for you, even just anything in general, you always quit. Like, I'm finding out the reason why will always matter more than the how or the what. The reason why you do something is always most important. So, making that why bigger than you is going to just help you hit more bigger levels. And like I said, you realize that once you start thinking more like that, which is my goal the rest of the year, that's it's not really about you to begin with, and basically what you were here to give. So hope that helped you. Basically just something that came from the heart that I should share with you guys, kind of spice things up a bit. If you did stay to the end, much love, appreciate you guys. You can find me more on Instagram. I'm posting more there. I have my Facebook group as well. Look to post there as often as I can. That is free, so just giving you free value on how I live drug-free, and the healing secrets that I use daily to help you guys. And yeah, you can also message as well. I help people with skin issues to help them live drug-free and not have dependency on dermatologists or the healthcare system or doctors. So hope you guys got some value from it. Would love any comments in terms of what you got from the video, how you're going to apply it, what you thought of it, anything I can add in future videos. So much love. Appreciate you guys. And in the meantime, keep killing it.